Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would go ahead and do a follow-up on all of that liquidation that I got. It's all fun and games until it's time to list it, and unfortunately it's all sitting in my office in a chaotic mess. And instead of looking at it like a mess, it's really just piles of money that I need to get listed or else they don't count for anything. Of course, it's fun to find really great items at the thrift or liquidation, but what's more important is getting it photographed, listed, sorted and inventoried, and then pulled for shipping when it's time in an organized way. Otherwise, it's just chaos. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna take you guys along as I do all of that from A to Z. We're gonna pull things out, photograph, get them listed, get them stored and inventoried in a way that makes complete sense, and personally, I have found to be the fastest way to get this done. I'm a really busy mom and I just don't have time to do anything frivolous when it comes to listing. I have to just do a good enough job and get it done, and I think I have found the fastest way. This is such a mess, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna clear out some of this clutter, and let's first go over to my photographing station and talk about that. This is my photographing station. I've got my lights in each corner, and I have a big ring light that points down. This faces some natural daylight. So that's actually, when it's daylight like this, that's enough to get a really good photograph. But when it's dark or dim or a cloudy day, I have a power strip down here. I can flip it on, and as you can see, all of my lights would come on. It's so bright, my camera doesn't know what to do with it. Everything that I use is linked down below or in my Amazon store link. This is a vinyl white photo backdrop, and I like it because it doesn't wrinkle, and if I need to stand on it so I can photograph the mannequin, it's not an issue and it holds up really well. I do get asked about the photography box that I had at one time, and I actually deconstructed that to fit into this corner of my room. I would have kept it, but it didn't fit perfectly in this little corner. It was a little too big, so I decided there's natural daylight here. It just didn't work in my office where it was, and I pulled out all the lights, stuck them to the sides here. As you can see, we've actually made it work really well. When it's evening, I can photograph with nice, pretty bright lights. When it's daytime and I'm getting some good light, I can just photograph that way. So I just use my phone to photograph all of my items for eBay. When you swipe up on the photographs in your phone, I have, I believe, an iPhone 11. You can see here this little plus or minus, that's exposure. And if you set an exposure, like at a +1 or a +0.7, it holds that exposure for every photograph you take, and you don't need to adjust it every single time. I do shoot in 1:1 square in case I ever list something on Poshmark, which is very rare. It's already in square form, and I just feel like aesthetically it looks nice on eBay. So let's take these shoes that I need to photograph. I'm going to fill the frame as much as I can. I take a picture of the side. I take a picture of them up like this. Both sides if I can. The rear of the heel, and the size, and the bottom like that. And that is that. Then I put it to the side. I do try to usually photograph shoes all together and clothing all together because it does make it a little bit easier when I'm listing. But for the sake of this video, I want to try a few different things so that you can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay, now I have some jeans. With jeans, I fold the leg so that it fits into the square frame. As you can see, the exposure is a little too much for this. I found that with dark items, it actually photographs better if my exposure is a -0.3. Most other things though look good with like a +7 exposure, so it just depends. Take a picture of the tags. Other side. Another picture of tags. And then for jeans, I measure the inseam and I photograph it right in my picture. And then I take a picture of the waist, and more I've been doing the rise as well because I just get asked all the time. And this way I can just tell people, hey, look at the photographs if you have any questions about measurements. Okay, I've got a Hugo Boss polo. And then for shirts, I measure shoulder to hem and pit to pit. Okay. Once I fill it back up, that same bin with all the clothes that I had, I will take a photograph of the bin number. Then when I'm listing, I know exactly which bin it's in if I just reference the last picture on my camera roll for that little section of photographs. And I can put it away right on my bin shelf. As you can see right here, we've got E05 all done. Put it on my shelf and we're good to go. Like I mentioned, at the end of the photographs, I put the bin number. So let's scroll down and see which bin these are all going to go in. An easy way is just to look up that item on eBay and sell similar, and I'll show you how that works. I have a photograph here of a Nike hoodie that I'm gonna be listing. The style code is right here, DJ7670, so let's look it up. I don't know why this one has no pictures, but this is the color of the item that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and say sell similar. Okay, perfect. I'll fix up the title a little bit. I like to put the size right after the brand. So it's 1X. It is new with tags and everything else looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. For custom label, I'm gonna put in E05 since I know that's where the item belongs. Now I'm gonna add my photos. While they're loading, I can just go ahead and double check that the rest of the item specifics are accurate. It is a plus size, it's a 1X, orange, women's, hoodie, perfect, pullover. Everything looks really good. And then for the description, you can just have a keyboard shortcut of some kind or something in your notepad where you have a description, a bland one, your shipping policy, your return policy that you can just copy paste into every single listing. I don't think that many people read the description, but I do make sure just for a keyword search reason that I put the title in the description as well. Brand new, ships quickly. And I'll just leave that there. I have all kinds of shipping templates that I use. For this one, I will pick about $8 because that's probably what it's gonna cost. $8.95 seems accurate, and I know that seems kind of high, but it is $8.20 just to do a padded flat rate. So that does cover my shipping fees in case it doesn't fit into a padded flat rate, which it might not. I don't weigh things ahead of time. I think over time you just learn what items will ship for just about. Sweaters like this, generally, we'll need a padded flat rate envelope, which is $8.20. Smaller items that are close to a pound but not quite, shirts, long sleeves, probably will ship to close to $6 if they can ship first class. Shoes, I put at about $10, between 10 and 15. And what's interesting is, I sometimes get flack about my shipping prices because I'm going so fast and I'm using templates and sometimes I'm off. Sometimes I put $6 when it should have been $8 or $10 when it should have been $6. And what I've found is that it actually evens out really nicely. While we were doing my taxes from last year, my husband told me that I actually made just a little bit of profit on shipping last year. Not much, but I was extremely close to having it be fully accurate with shipping. So because it's close enough, I figure why spend the time to pre-weigh, pre-bag everything? I'll just take an educated guess and get it done a little bit faster. That's my thinking on the subject, but do whatever you feel good about. You can promote your listings. I like to promote mine. I think 6% is good. And then I will list it and we are good to go. When I'm photographing, I'm really not that fussy about it. I just want a clear image in good light, shows the color accurately, shows the size, shows my measurements right on the item. It doesn't have to be perfectly unwrinkled. It doesn't have to be absolutely flawless. I have taken photographs beautiful on mannequins. I've taken them on rugs. I've taken them on hardwood. I've taken them just hanging, anything you can imagine, and it just doesn't seem to matter that much. I just do what is the fastest, and that is a flat lay, just like this. I can go through items super quick. I don't have to hang anything and unhang it. It's really fast, it's really easy, and that's why I like it. Okay, I will list the item and we're done. Now let's do another one. These are the VRST Commuter Pocket Athletic Fit Pant in aged bronze. Okay, that's a mouthful. Great. I see an exact listing. I will click sell now and it already pre-populates with most everything I need. Let's check the size. Don't need the parentheses, I'll change that. You actually don't need any punctuation in your eBay titles. It just takes up space and it doesn't matter for search. We know that the custom label SKU is E05, so we'll put it there. Add the photos, just double check. Waist size is 36. This is the commuter pant. Inseam is 34. We know that from the size tag. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and copy the title and put it right in my description. Brand new, ships quickly. Again, I really just don't think people read the description very closely, so in the software that I use, I do have a more detailed description, but this will work for the purposes of this video, and honestly, I don't think it matters that much. And let's price it at $55.99. I think that's a fair price. I think I'll get some offers in. These pants will probably be a padded flat rate, so again, I'm gonna keep the shipping to $8.95. I'm going to boost with promoted listings at about, let's do 5 to 6%. I think that's fair, and I will list it. Super easy, and you're done. So I will be working really hard to get the rest of these items listed because again, they're only good if they're listed. But I hope this tutorial helped you guys. If you liked this video, if you want more tutorials on how to run your eBay business from home, especially if you're really busy like me, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it and if it helped you in some small way. Liking my videos helps me so much when it comes to making content, and it tells me what videos I should make more of. So if you liked this and you want more tutorials about how to run an eBay business if you're a really busy person like me, liking and subscribing is the best way to keep these videos in your feed. Thanks again, you guys. I appreciate you. Take care, and I will catch you next time.